Royal Love, Princess Leonor and Prince Christian's Journey to the Altar Wedding. A fairy tale beginning. A forbidden connection. A love story the world never expected. Two young royals from different kingdoms, brought together not by arrangement but by destiny. Princess Leonor of Spain, Prince Christian of Denmark. Their paths weren't meant to cross, until fate decided otherwise. What began as quiet friendship has now become the royal romance of a generation. This is their story, the untold journey to the altar. It started years ago, at a gathering of European heirs in Madrid. Cameras captured the official smiles, but behind the scenes, there was something unspoken. Leonor, radiant yet reserved, stood with the confidence of Spain's future queen. Christian, calm yet curious, couldn't take his eyes off her. In that single evening, something clicked, something deeper than protocol, stronger than tradition. For months after, whispers began to circulate within royal corridors. Letters were exchanged, messages sent in secrecy. While Europe speculated on alliances and duty, a quiet romance was blooming, hidden behind palace walls. But love, especially royal love, is never simple. The Spanish court values discretion, the Danish court, discipline. Every public appearance, every event, was scrutinized. Could the heir to Spain's throne truly follow her heart? Could a Danish prince, bound by centuries of expectation, defy his royal path for love? The first public clue came during Leonor's 18th birthday ceremony. As she stood in her military uniform, swearing allegiance to her country, a subtle smile crossed her face when Christian was mentioned in foreign press coverage. It was brief, barely noticeable, but those who knew her saw it, a flicker of something personal beneath the crown. Months later, at a royal event in Copenhagen, Christian was spotted wearing a small, gold bracelet, one believed to match a piece Leonor was gifted by her mother, Queen Letizia. The internet exploded. Was this coincidence, or a secret message shared between two hearts? Their bond grew quietly. Far from cameras, they met during royal functions, charity galas, and educational summits. Both were heirs, both raised under the weight of monarchy, yet they found in each other a rare understanding. In Leonor, Christian saw strength wrapped in grace. In Christian, Leonor found gentleness wrapped in courage. But as their affection deepened, so did the tension. Advisors worried about political implications. Would Spain and Denmark approve? Would their relationship threaten balance within Europe's dynasties? Behind closed doors, meetings were held. Discussions whispered. Leonor's father, King Felipe, was torn. The love between them was real, but so were the responsibilities of a throne. Still, love persisted. When Leonor began her military training, Christian secretly attended one of her public ceremonies. He stood far back, among dignitaries, unseen by most. Yet when she saluted the flag, her eyes, for a fraction of a second, met his. It was a silent vow, that no matter the distance, they would endure. And endure they did. 2 years passed. Leonor's role as future queen became more prominent. Christian's presence beside his father, Crown Prince Frederick, grew as well. Yet through it all, the quiet bond continued. Private visits, letters written in code, shared books, hidden within royal gifts. Their love became both a secret and a strength. Then came the turning point, the day the world found out. An unexpected photo surfaced. It wasn't scandalous, but it was unmistakable. Leonor and Christian walking together at a private family gathering in Majorca. Smiling, relaxed, not as royals, but as two young people in love. The image spread across every outlet. Within hours, the phrase, royal love across borders, trended worldwide. For the first time, the world didn't see monarchy. It saw humanity. Rather than deny the reports, both royal houses responded with dignity, neither confirming nor denying. But their silence spoke louder than any statement could. The world understood. This wasn't rumor. It was real. The following year, during Denmark's National Day celebration, Leonor made an unannounced visit. The cameras caught her in the royal box beside Christian, their hands subtly touching beneath the rail. The crowd erupted. Spain cheered. Denmark celebrated. The royal world paused. That day marked the beginning of something official, the moment Europe realized that this wasn't a fleeting romance, but the birth of a new royal alliance built on love, not politics. Soon after, rumors of engagement began to swirl. Designers whispered of gown fittings. Royal staff spoke of event coordination. The Spanish and Danish flags were seen side by side at palace meetings. And when the official announcement came, it was nothing short of magical. Under the gilded ceilings of the Zarzuela Palace, King Felipe and Queen Letizia stood beside their daughter. Across the room, Crown Prince Frederick and Crown Princess Mary stood with Christian. Cameras flashed. The world waited. Then, in one radiant moment, Leonor stepped forward, her hand clasped in Christian's. Her voice trembled, but her heart was steady. "We have grown up knowing our duties," she said, "but today, we stand together, not just as heirs but as partners." The applause was thunderous. Across Europe, people wept. It wasn't just a royal engagement, it was a symbol of modern monarchy, love over lineage, unity over formality. And behind the grandeur, their private moment was even more moving. Away from the cameras, Christian whispered to Leonor, "No crown could ever weigh more than this love." She smiled, eyes glistening. "Then let's wear both with grace." As their wedding preparations unfolded, the world watched with fascination. Spanish designers crafted her gown, Danish florists designed the arrangements, and musicians from both nations collaborated for the ceremony. It wasn't just a union of two people, it was a fusion of cultures, traditions, and hearts. On the day of the wedding, the bells of Madrid rang like never before. Crowds filled the streets. Children waved flags of both kingdoms. The air shimmered with excitement. Inside the royal chapel, Leonor walked down the aisle, her gown trailing behind her like liquid light. Christian waited at the altar, eyes locked on hers, his expression one of pure devotion. When their hands met, the chapel fell silent. Their vows, whispered yet eternal, echoed with meaning. "I promise," Leonor said softly, "to stand beside you, as a queen, as a woman, as your home." "And I promise," Christian replied, "to love you through crowns, through distance, through time." Tears filled the room. Even the most stoic royals were moved. And when they kissed, history shifted. Spain and Denmark, two monarchies divided by borders, were now united by love. In that moment, it wasn't about titles or duty. It was about two hearts, young, brave, and in love, choosing to walk through history hand in hand. Years from now, when people remember Princess Leonor and Prince Christian, they won't just recall the crowns, the ceremonies, or the traditions. They'll remember the courage it took to love openly, to fight for something real in a world of appearances. Because sometimes, even in the most gilded palaces, love is the only thing truly royal. This is the legacy of Leonor and Christian. A legacy not of power, but of love, loyalty, and the courage to follow one's heart. And as they begin their journey to the altar, one thing is certain. This is not the end of their story. It's only the beginning of a royal love that will echo through generations.